Good morning, everyone. For today's video, we will discuss Module 6, Towards a Sustainable World. This module discusses the essence and reality of a sustainable world. Section 1, Sustainable Development, focuses on the importance of highlighting environmental considerations in terms of development and how countries must be conscious of the role of the environment in development. Section 2, Food Security, talks about the world issues on hunger and poverty. Food security is viewed as an integral component in achieving domestic and regional stability. Section 1, Sustainable Development. This section introduces us to the concept of sustainable development that most countries of the world are integrating in their societies. The objectives of our discussion for today is first, determine the significance of sustainable development in a globalized world. Second, differentiate the concept of stability from sustainability. And lastly, evaluate the concept of sustainable development in a shrinking world.
So, to define sustainable development, as per Brundtland Report's definition of sustainable development given in 1987, development that meets the needs of the present generation without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So, as the idea of sustainable development evolved, its emphasis shifted more toward the economic development, social development, and environmental protection for future generations. Also, sustainable development is meeting human development goals while preserving the capacity of natural systems to deliver the natural resources and ecosystem services that are essential to the economy and society is the goal of sustainable development. The ideal state of society is one in which living conditions and resources are used to meet human needs while maintaining the stability and integrity of the natural system. So, in an easy way to understand it, guys, and from the word itself, sustainable and development, which means ito yung madaling paraan o paggamit ng mga bagay na ikabubuti ng ating kalikasan nang sa gayon ay ma-preserve ang ating mga natural resources despite of the fact na we as humans are the destroyer of our own planet. And somehow by doing that is mapapabuti pa yung kalagayan ng ating ecosystem hanggang sa mga susunod pang generation. Siyempre, as humans, we need to survive. So, basically, gumagamit tayo ng ating mga natural resources for our own living. And hindi natin maipagkakaila na talagang tayo yung pinaka-destroyer ng ating planet. So, by doing this things like sustainable development is mapapanatili pa natin yung mga ginagamit natin like yung mga natural resources natin na meron tayo, and also marami pang mga bagay na pwede nating gawin para sa ikabubuti ng ating kalikasan.
The World Commission on the Environment and Development, or WCED, outlined critical objectives for environment and development policies following its concept of sustainable development. These are first, reviving growth; second, changing the quality of growth; third, meeting essential needs for jobs, food, energy, water, and sanitation; fourth, ensuring a sustainable level of population; fifth, conserving and enhancing the resource base; sixth, reorienting technology and managing risk; and lastly, merging environment and economics in decision making. Sustainable development sets 17 goals, also known as 17 SDGs. These are first, no poverty; second, zero hunger; third, good health and well-being; fourth, quality education; fifth, gender equality; 6. Clean water and sanitation. 7. Affordable and clean energy. 8. Decent work and economic growth. 9. Industry, innovation and infrastructure. 10. Reduce inequalities. 11. Sustainable cities and communities. 12. Responsible consumption and production. 13. Climate action. 14. Life below water. 15. Life on land. 16. Peace, justice, and strong institutions. And lastly, 17. Partnership for the goals.
It is very difficult attempt to attain sustainable development in this era of unrelenting challenges in society and the environment like climate change, waste disposal, biodiversity, forestry, and the like. These are some of the problems that has been solved by sustainable development. Climate change. According to NASA, climate change is a change in the usual weather found in a place. This could be a change in how much rain a place usually gets in a year, or it could be a change in a place's usual temperature for a month or season. Kumbaga, ito yung pabago-bagong panahon na kung saan nagiging dahilan ito upang masira ang mga pananim at mga palaisdaan na siyang nagiging source ng ating pagkain araw-araw. Solution: always use bicycle to lessen the pollution that is emitted by the vehicles. Always use the reduce, reuse, and recycle process so that we can use the trash items into a new product. Electric vehicles are highly recommended because you don't need to refuel to avoid pollution. Waste disposal. Disposal of waste refers to waste elimination techniques comprising landfills, containment, underground disposal, dumping at sea, and all other disposal methods. Sa waste disposal naman, ito yung mga paraan na kung saan kung paano ba natin natatapon yung mga basura. Isa na dito yung common, which is yung sa mga estero na nagiging cause ng flash floods. So, ang isa sa mga highly recommended solution for waste disposal is anaerobic digestion. Is a process through which bacteria break down organic matter such as animal manure, wastewater biosolids, and food waste in the absence of oxygen. Parang sa katawan lang natin dadaan ng pagkain sa esophagus, then mag-breakdown ng pagkain sa ating stomach, and it became a gas, just like in anaerobic digestion. Next is the recycling of the waste into a greenery product that can be also used in trees. Deforestation. Deforestation is the purposeful clearing of forested land. Forests have been raised to make space for agriculture and animal grazing, and to obtain wood for fuel, manufacturing, and construction. Ang deforestation or pagkakaingin sa Tagalog ay isang illegal na gawain na kung saan pinuputo nila ang mga puno at ginagamit ito sa mga kagamitan kagaya ng sofa, puan, at marami pang iba. Isa din itong way kung saan napapadali nila ang pagkuha ng mga endangered species. One of the solution is normalize planting trees when you cut an old tree. Second is the recyclable paper is highly recommended to prevent producing papers from trees. Electricity. Due to high demand in electricity, coal power plants is also increasing, that causes air pollution which can harm many people around this area. Solution for this is windmill, hydrothermal, and solar energy are the common yet not been normalized in many areas of the world. It has it has a high potential that can save a big amount of energy that is being used every day, and it can also lessen pollution because it doesn't need coal plants to produce energy. Poverty. Poverty is about not having enough money to meet basic needs including food, clothing, and shelter. However, poverty is much more than just not enough money. The World Bank Organization describes poverty in this way. Poverty is hunger. So, or the solution for poverty is food and shelter are the basic needs to end poverty. Having enough and education is also a solution because it teaches how to handle money and how to budget in it. But empowering the human rights is one of the most solution here because if you don't have rights, you can't voice out what you need to say. Overpopulation. Population growth is the increase in the number of humans on Earth. For most of human history, our population size was relatively stable. Consequently, global human population rapidly increased and continues to do so, with dramatic impacts on global climate and ecosystems. The solution for overpopulation is promoting family planning is one of the most recommended way to prevent overpopulation because having knowledge about family planning, you'll know how to secure the needs in your family and it also teaches on how to have a safe sex. The next one is one child policy. It is a risky yet effective way to prevent overpopulation.
The United Nations, or UN, often cites Agenda 21 of 1992, its Sustainable Development Knowledge Platform, where the topic of sustainable development is put forth in discussion. Agenda 21 advocates education to disseminate information regarding sustainable development. Since then, countries all over the world have integrated this action plan of the UN in their respective governments. For example is the case of Canada, when its National Roundtable of the Environment and Economy instituted the Sustainable Development Education Program in the same year that Agenda 21 was established. Another example is the United Kingdom's UK Strategy for Sustainable Development, which is crafted in 1994, which aimed to raise the awareness of the people through the integration of environmental policies into all aspects of their government, a shared responsibility between their government, local authorities, businesses, and non-governmental organization or NGO, among other provisions in the strategy. Sustainability versus stability. Sustainability may be likened to stability. However, there are a few key and subtle differences between the two. On this part, let us know what are the differences between sustainability and stability. A sustainable environment is resilient enough to withstand man-made and natural challenges and can also recover from such if needs arise. Sustainability leads to stability. However, stability alone may not necessarily lead to sustainability. Stable environments are simply resistant to change but somehow lack the element of resiliency that sustainable environments possess, because it is far easier for stable environment to become unstable in comparison to the possibility of sustainable environments becoming unstable. And here our discussion end about the Module 6 Towards a Sustainable World, Section 1 Sustainable Development. Hope you learned something. Have a nice day.